And you're like, you know, when someone's on Zoom, you're like,
Good evening. Welcome to the Board of Select Persons meeting. It is Tuesday, October 7th. We are here in person. You can also join us on Zoom. And we're also live streaming on YouTube and cable. For the agenda today, we do have a public hearing, which will open up in just a couple of minutes. We have some appointments for the Poland Conservation Commission. We'll do recognition of visitors, items not on the agenda, manager reports. We do have a senior tax assistance communication that we'll review. For new business, we have some folks from the Christmas in Poland. We have a mass gathering application for Poland provisions. We have a historical society proclamation. We have another fee schedule that we'll take a look at, and we'll set a public hearing. Then we have an excise tax abatement, and we'll also go over payables. At this point in time, we will rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So we had committed to do the public hearing today for 7 o'clock, so we'll just formally open that up, see if there's anyone on Zoom that has any questions as we discuss that. And then Sheila, I thought we'd skip to you and get, you should be quick and easy. And then I know you have a presentation and some items that you want to talk about, so, and then we'll cover the rest of the items. So we'll take a motion to open the public hearing.
So we make a motion to open up the public hearing at 7:03.
I'll second that.
And this is for
Jim Walker.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's
Yes.
okay. Jim Walker,
Yes.
John DeSantis,
Yes.
Mary Ann Hawks,
Yes.
Lisa Elby,
Yes.
Jackson Learn.
Yes.
With a vote 5-0, you have opened the public hearing for the GA ordinance and dependency of such adoption at 7:03. So this is an annual adoption that we have to do according to state statute. And what it is the state looks at their levels of what they say you can make in order to get assistance and how much money in assistance you can get in different categories. And they look at those every year. And I had put into the memo the adoptions that they were looking for, and it goes up, the maximum level goes up about $100 more per person in your family now that you can make. If you meet that, and then we go on to how much assistance you get based on what you do have for income and stuff. So this is just a formal adoption that we have to do each and every year. And I'm gonna let you guys, if you have questions on it or anything like that.
I don't have any questions. I know that this is something we review every year for our general assistance program. Do we have anyone on Zoom?
There is somebody entering, I think, so just give us a minute to see.
Just Alex.
Okay, so,
Okay, Jim. Sure.
So if there are no questions or comments, we'll need a motion to close the public hearing.
All right, so we make a motion to close the public hearing.
I'll second that.
James Walker,
Yes.
John DeSantis.
Yes.
Mary Ann Hawks.
Yes.
Lisa Elby.
Yes.
Jackson Learn.
Yes.
By a vote of 5-0, you have closed the public hearing at 7:04 p.m. And now I just need a motion to adopt the appendices as presented tonight.
Okay, Jim.
I just need a so moved on it.
So moved.
Second?
I'll second that.
All right.
Yes.
Jim Walker.
Yes.
John DeSantis.
Yes.
Mary Ann Hawks.
Yes.
Lisa Elby.
Yes.
Jackson Learn.
Yes.
With a vote of 5-0, you have adopted the appendices for the year that starts 10/1/2025 to 9/30/2026 for the GA or general assistance. Thank you.
Sheila? Good.
Hi.
Hi.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for taking the time to see us. I applied for a mass gathering permit for the Flannel Fest, which is an event that we held last year, a music event and food for Make-A-Wish Maine. It's a part of our fundraising efforts for a team of us at the store with a goal to raise $17,000 this year. So far we're at 11, and I think that with the Flannel Fest it'll be right there too. It's a free event. We have a lot of local artists, Toby McAllister and the Sierra Sounds, Julia Edwards, Nora Haynes, Sigrid Sibley, and we're going to have some artists that like our Iron Forger, and then we'll be selling food. But again, it's a free event for people to come and attend. We'll have a silent auction and everything too. So yes, last year we had closed off our parking lot except for handicap parking and Make-A-Wish families. So we had I think we had 8 or 12 parking spaces for that. And then parking at the school and across the street. I talked to Scott Siegel, and there is nothing going on until 7 o'clock that night across the street over here. And I haven't heard back from the school yet. I think I might have the wrong point of contact. I think that person maybe left. So they're forwarding me to who they think it is. But there wasn't any events, from what I understand, at the school that day. So I don't see that as an issue. And I think everything else, I hope that. Does anybody have any questions about the event?
No, I just remember it from last year.
Yeah.
It was such a great event.
Well, thank you. Thank
Is
you.
this is this the second time?
Second time,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah, so, and it's right before Halloween this year, so we're even having a little costume contest and flannel contest too, so,
Yeah, I like that.
yeah.
Parking, well, you learned from last year on the parking, so you're good there.
I think so,
Yeah.
yeah, nobody seemed to have any problems
Yeah.
last year, so, and I think a lot of people actually parked on that side so that they didn't have to cross the street.
Yeah.
So, and it's open during our normal business hours, and so there's nothing different about our hours of operation or
Yeah.
anything like that.
Good.
And the weather's going to be perfect, so everybody should.
Yes, it is. That's great. Okay. So, well, I'll take a motion to accept this mass gathering license application for Sheila.
Yeah, I say we make a motion to accept the mass gathering license as presented.
I will second that.
Awesome.
James Walker,
Yes.
John DeSantis,
Yes.
Marion Hawks.
Yes.
Lisa Elby.
Yes.
Jackson Learn.
Yes.
With a vote of 5-0, you have approved the application for a mass gathering license for Poland Provisions on October 25th, 2025 from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Amy or Judy most likely will call you either tomorrow or Thursday to come in and pick it up, okay?
I appreciate it.
No
Thank
problem.
you.
And nice to see you back.
Thank you for joining.
Thank you. It's good to be back.
Thank you all for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. So we're excited to hear more about Christmas and
Yes. Do you want us to stay here or do you want us to come up
you
there?
can sit anywhere. You can sit up here, but the mic can hear you. I
Okay.
don't know about the cameras.
We can go.
That was,
Yeah, it was good.
that you saw, that was Alex Valdebaro for the Poland Conservation Commission.
Oh, okay.
For his appointment.
Oh.
All right, get out of here, go sit down.
Do you want to?
Yeah, do his.
I think if you can do this
Yeah.
first.
Okay.
Yeah, just so he.
Yeah, look at the look. See,
Yes.
he looks all sad.
Okay. Hi, Alex.
All right,
Oh.
where's the camera over there?
We don't hear you.
Good evening. How are you?
Doing well. How are you?
Well, thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you for joining. So, just bear with me one moment. I'm just pulling up your application real quick.
Sure. Thank you.
So So tell us a little bit about why you'd like to join the Conservation Commission.
Sure. My family moved to Poland a couple of years ago now. My mother, myself, and my son. My sister and her husband actually live down the street as well, and have been residents for about 7 years. Myself, I have a culinary background in addition to sustainable agriculture and conservation efforts and implementing sustainable methods and conservation efforts are important to me, as well as providing for a community. Being very family-oriented and also working with a dining background currently with Bates College, providing for a community is important to me. And being able to be welcomed into a community that I can provide some of my expertise is important to me as well.
Great, thank you.
Alexander, John DeSantis, how you doing?
Well, how are you?
Good. Explain to me the financial and organic agriculture practices. What is that pertaining to?
Well, in regards to financial practices, I come from a classical culinary training from schooling, and so we not only from culinary skills are we trained, but in all aspects of managing an operation. And in regards to organic cultivation methodology, that skill set comes into play by being able to utilize cost control strategies and being able to implement that crossover into organic agriculture by being able to maximize output in terms of yields while minimizing inputs in terms of cost and labor. And so these are considerations that are important to me for conservation efforts in terms of conserving water, conserving resources, erosion control. So these are all things that align with my ideology and my level of background knowledge and expertise that would bring a different skill set and viewpoint to dynamic conservation efforts.
And you said organic, so you're talking about growing vegetables, herbs, testing the soil. I see here you have soil health. So you have...
Yes, that is correct. I'm involved in a diverse network of cultivation experts. Recently, I had spoken at University of Massachusetts, Amherst, the Stockbridge School of Agriculture for Integrated Pest Management. And in terms of organic methodology, incorporating non-toxic efforts, regenerative methods that'll contribute to ecosystem rehabilitation are a dynamic approach to this. And with the organic methodology and soil health, I have been a student and steward of the land for well over a decade, developing a knowledge base with subject matter experts here in the Northeast as well as nationwide in terms of developing soil health and a diverse ecosystem for both plants and wildlife to thrive in.
I like it. Thank you.
Thank you.
I like the non-toxic animal control. That's what I marked it as. That's interesting.
Certainly, yes. I believe that a healthy and diverse ecosystem is able to manage itself, and the results speak for itself in that regard.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Alex, and I really commend you for stepping forward and volunteering your time and just, participating with the community and to help the community and support the community, so thank you. Really do appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate those kind words.
Yeah.
So do we have a motion to accept?
Yeah, I'd like to make
Alex's
a,
application?
yeah, make a motion to accept Alex's application for the Conservative Commission.
I will second
James Walker,
Yes.
John DeSantis.
Yes.
Marion Hawks.
Yes.
Lisa Alby.
that. Yes.
Jackson Lerner.
Yes.
With a vote 5-0, you have approved Alexander Feldborough?
Correct.
To the Poland Conservation
That's-
Commission for a term ending 6/30/2027. So what'll happen next, Alex, is our town clerk will reach out to you when your oath is ready, and you will have 10 days from the date she reaches out to you to come in and sign the oath to be on that committee. You can go to a meeting during that 10 days, but if you haven't signed your oath, you're not able to make any decisions at that meeting.
Understood. Thank you very much. I've actually been in correspondence with Barry via email, and I'm expected to sit in and watch how they work together. So I'll be looking forward to Thursday evening and then touching base to sign within the following 10 days. Thank you so much for your time.
Have a good day. Thank you,
Thanks,
Alex.
Alex. Thank you.
Thank you. You as well.
Appreciate it.
Pass that.
I'm drawing a blank. Who is the liaison on our board for the Conservation Commission?
I don't know. You guys did those in July.
That's right.
I know it's not me.
I was not here.
I'm historical.
I will look it up, though.
Historical
Okay.
and-
But I think it's good. I served as a liaison with the Conservation Commission.
Are you the current one,
And
Jim?
there are a lot of people on that Conservation Commission that are older. And I think we need, see, we've lost Fred.
Yeah.
And you got, I can't remember the other, because it's been a while since I've been those meetings. But they are all older generation, and we need some younger people in there.
Yeah.
And I know Alan's in there, and he's keeping things going. No, it's a good thing.
Jimmy, are you our liaison to the Conservation Commission? We're drawing a blank on who our
Were,
liaison
yeah,
is.
were you, or?
Yeah, I'm on there, but I haven't been able to attend because I've been so busy with my mother.
But you are our liaison?
Yeah, I
Okay,
am the
perfect.
liaison,
That's-
yeah.
okay,
Yeah, that's all we
perfect.
wanted
That's
to
all
know.
we
Yeah,
needed to
oh
know.
yeah, I am,
All right, thank you.
All right.
I am, yeah.
And then Alex's appointment was made possible because we actually had a resignation at the same time.
Yeah.
Do we need a motion to accept that resignation?
Yes, you do.
Okay, so
All right, so we'll make a motion to accept the resignation of Mark T. Eustace. Is that how you say that?
I'll second that.
James Walker,
Yes,
John DeSantis.
Yes.
Marion Hawks.
Yes.
Lisa Alby.
Yes.
Jackson Lerner.
Yes.
With a vote of 5-0, you have approved the resignation of Mark Ostash from the Poland Conservation Commission.
thank you for being so patient.
Yes.
No worries.
Oh, wait. No.
We need to look sad next.
Yeah, that's it. No shirt for me.
Ross is my
You're on the naughty list.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm used to it, yeah.
Okay, so I'm Christina Wilson. I'm the director of Christmas in Poland. We are planning our 4th year as we speak. So we have had 3 very successful years and we're moving forward. And we are opening up the discussion for a potential parade in Poland for 2026. And Amy has made a very detailed presentation for you, so she will share that.
So I'm Amy LaPrelle and I do the Santa's Workshop. So the children get to come and shop for free and we wrap it all up for their families.
And I'm Jenny Raby, and I joined Christmas in Poland last year, and I'm the director of the cookie decorating for kids,
Which she does in this room.
which I did in this room. Which is why I noticed another TV on the wall. I know all of these wall hangings very well, because we decorated the room.
I was going to say it'll be another package for you.
Very carefully wrapped.
Yes. So I am kind of the person that likes I follow directions, and I like to dot my I's and cross my T's. So I was tasked with figuring out if it's possible and how we might be able to do it. You want me to like give you a thumbs up or something? So this is our proposal. As Christina said, this is our 4th annual event. This year it is December 6th and December 7th. And December 7th is Sunday, and that will be our family fun day. Really the only thing that's not free is if you want to get your picture taken with Santa, or if you want to purchase tickets for the Festival of Trees to get the chance to raffle off and win a tree. Everything else is free. We've got cookie decorating, Santa's workshop, ornaments, letters for Santa.
We've added Mr. Drew,
Mr. Drew.
so he's
Yeah.
joining us this year.
Yes.
Craft fair that's run by Project Graduation, but part of our weekend.
Yes, that's on the 6th. So just kind of some history. In year 1, we participated in the Mechanic Falls Parade, which goes right through the center of town on Route 121. Year 2, we also participated in the Mechanic Falls Parade. And then last year, we changed it up and went out to the Oxford Hills Parade, which is 1.9 miles through Norway and South Paris, right down Route 26. I mean, they closed down the towns, and it was well over an hour and a half. It was very long. About by the time we got to Save-A-Lot, we were like, all right, when are how much longer is this? It was a lot of walking.
Wow.
Year 4, we decided to not participate in a parade in order to focus our efforts on potentially year 5 having our very own parade through the little heart of Poland here.
Which should be about
Like a half a
half
mile.
a
2
step.
miles.
Yes, that's all in here.
So this year, not planning one and
No, no.
hoping to get one
For next year. Yep.
Nice. Okay.
In year 2, so we were like looking back at our participations, and we noticed, wait, year 2, Poland Fire Department joined us when we were in the Mechanic Falls Parade. So we thought that was cool. This is our proposed parade route. We would exit PCS on the gym side, which is closer to Brown Road, and we would proceed down 26 southbound and end somewhere on Aggregate Road, maybe the central office or Public Works or where, somewhere in that area. And the parade, our plan is for it to be held on the Saturday of the event weekend at about 2 p.m. And it is 0.6 miles, and Google says it's a 14-minute walk. So the benefits for local businesses are that the businesses along our parade route are gaining more visibility in addition to our regular events, which they already get lots of visibility. Poland Provisions will be open during the event, which would include the parade, and they benefit from increased foot traffic. I mean, I don't know how much business they get the weekend that we do this, but I think it's substantial. Benefit for the businesses that are not along the parade route is that they can participate in the parade and reach a larger audience. My event, I keep like census data, and so I track how many different communities people are coming from, and so we have tons of people, Oxford, South Paris, all tri-towns, Gray, New Gloucester, Raymond, Casco, we've had as far as York, we all kinds of surrounding communities join our event. One potential drawback might be interrupted business during the parade for just these businesses here. We have researched, and the Poland Animal Hospital closes at noon, so they wouldn't be affected. The Main Street Barber, which is across from the school, and the library close at 2. So they, if we maybe told them, hey, leave 15 minutes early, so they're not stuck. And then still on our list to check in with is Joyful Girl Permanent Cosmetics, which is next to Log Yard. The food bank, to make sure that we're not interrupting any of their activities there. The dog groomer, the Canines and Kitties 2, just to check in with her. And then Dirigo Food Equipment, which is down across from Aggregate Road now. So in trying to figure all of this out, of how we would go about this, I found the mass gatherings ordinance, and under section 5, there's a license fee that needs to be paid. I see Sheila had the application, but I couldn't find it. Is it not on the website?
It is on the website, it's under the clerks.
Okay.
However, you can always stop by here, email one of us, and we'll get it out to you.
Okay. So we couldn't find the application, but we're ready and willing to pay the $50 fee if necessary. And then under section 7, which is the standards for issuance, this is kind of where we focused our really trying to meet every bullet, like how could we do this? So it talks about potable water, which every year we get a very large donation from Poland Spring. So we thought we could position it kind of throughout the route. Adequate toilet facilities, so in addition to the ones that we already use for the events, we will be looking to rent 2 porta potties to position in the PCS parking lot kind of on the side near St. Mary's, which then could be used for the other events as well. Containers for disposal of solid wastes. So typically we use the trash cans that the town owns, but if there are not enough for us to use, we are able to rent through Waste Management, who we can also rent the porta potties from, and we this year are going to have a designated person that is just to collect trash and replace with new bags. First aid facilities, so we have multiple nurses on our Christmas in Poland committee, and we will plan to have a little first aid station near the town hall area. Here is a little map of where we will have water, restrooms, and first aid. So the restrooms are orange circles. The one that is up close to the top is the gym in PCS, because the craft fair will be going on while we have the parade. So if needed, you can pop into the gym and use the bathroom. The circle, the orange circle kind of down a little bit, that's the porta potties that we would rent. Poland Provisions allows us to use their restrooms. The other orange circle is over here. We use the town hall. There's a handicap porta potty out back that we use. The red circle is first aid, which somewhere out here. And then the blue circles are the bottles of water that we can have kind of along the route at the beginning and end, and then kind of 2 places in between. The rest of the standards for issuance talk about adequate parking, which we already have designated parking at PCS, St. Mary's, and then other smaller lots kind of along Main Street that we already use for our events. Determine that the event will not impair the safety and orderly flow of traffic. So that will be addressed. And then police protection and fire protection will be addressed. The sound, we don't think that the sound would carry beyond Main Street. If it does, it'll only be like 30 minutes. We're thinking kind of a smaller scale parade. And then the time of day when the event shall disperse, it's Saturday afternoon at 2 p.m., so we don't have to worry about getting out of here before midnight. So,
I hope not.
no. Yes. The other thing that I found that might be of importance for us to look at is the Town of Poland Parking and Traffic Ordinance, which explains in 404.3 about temporary signs. that the Androscoggin County Sheriff Department is allowed to place detour signs and to route traffic for things like a fire, a funeral, a parade, a sporting event, that sort of thing. So that is a possibility. And then in 404.5, the designation of traffic flow on publicly maintained roads, because this is a state.
It's a state highway.
Right. Yeah, it requires a planned road closure from the Maine DOT traffic engineer's office. We know that there is a concern about closing Route 26 and specifically about detouring or delaying tractor trailers. So a traffic survey was done this past Saturday from 1:50 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. to gauge the level of traffic during the parade timeframe and how many tractor trailers would be detoured or delayed. During that time frame, only one tractor trailer went northbound at 2:11. The southbound traffic, a total of 5 tractor trailers went by going southbound. So I don't know if that's a lot. It didn't seem like a lot. I was the one that did the traffic survey. So as I was sitting there, I was kind of like, there was a U-Haul that smaller vehicles that I thought could go on a detour. And Route 26 has been closed for other things, including a much longer parade in 1995 to celebrate the bicentennial, where they went from 5 corners all the way down to Aggregate. And they recently closed it for an evacuation drill of the elementary school, because everybody from the school had to come and go into the town hall, and then they had to all go back. So here are some kind of ideas of possible traffic plans and detours. I don't know, can I point on this one? So first, starting with at 5 corners, a changeable message sign that says parade ahead from 2 to 3 in case they want to turn in going one of the other ways at 5 corners. We are not going to be past where Brown Road is, so we thought that could be a point of detour if they want to pull a U-turn and still get to where they're going. We were concerned about White Oak Hill Road, where the road is so steep, them coming down into the parade. So we thought we could utilize Jackson Road, or just before that is Summit Spring Road, I think, that connects to Schellinger maybe or something. Then before we get there, so we'll kind of start here and we're walking, so it'll be a little slow with the floats. We can detour from northbound onto Poland Corner Road until we're ready to turn onto Poland Corner Road. And our suggestion would be a sign at the intersection of the Harris Hill Road and Elm Street announcing same thing, parade ahead, in case they want to turn a different way. And that will also be where a detour sign would be set up for the people that have been detoured from Poland Corner Road. I also thought it might be helpful with the big intersection down where, is it Big Apple? No, Dunkin' Donuts down there. Announcing parade ahead from 2 to 3 in case they want to turn there to go around. So we obtained from the DOT a road closure pamphlet. So the DOT kind of has like, this is what you do in order to close a road. And a closure plan or traffic control plan would need to be shared with a traffic engineer. That plan is developed by the municipality, but our committee is totally willing to help develop this and work with a traffic engineer. It needs a closure plan, kind of like the the nitty gritty details of who's doing what at what time. You need advance notice to tell people that this is happening. So our committee already advertises our events on Facebook through a tri-town mailer. We kind of send out like the schedule of events. We put posters all around, and then also word of mouth. So the traffic control plan is kind of another part, and that needs to have who are the trained personnel that would be helping with the traffic. Detour signs, we were hoping to use detour signs that Public Works already has, where it would be a Saturday, they wouldn't be using it. And then changeable message signs is something that the traffic engineer determines if the signs are needed. It's for longer than 60 minutes, and ours shouldn't be 60 minutes, but we wanted to be prepared in case it was the other side of the coin, annual daily traffic volume of more than 10,000 vehicles per day. I wasn't able to figure out a solid number on how many vehicles per day go through here.
Do you know how many traffic there? I've talked to the traffic engineer. When the casino's running, and you've got them Poland Spring water trucks running here daily, and they're going all the way to Rumford, and they're going to Kingfield, and they're going over here to the Hollis plant, and they're going everywhere. And it's a steady stream. There's somewhere between 35 and 50,000 cars that go 26 north daily.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I think this event is wonderful. I think it's wonderful what you guys are doing. But when you hold up traffic, I live up on White Oak Hill, and people that live here in this area will take an alternative route rather than sit. And they'll go up over White Oak Hill, they'll turn off down there on Rang Hill Road, and you're putting a heavy flow of traffic right on town roads, very heavy for that time, because the people, I know people in this town, they will not sit and wait. They'll go around. And these roads are not made for that heavy traffic. Not made at all.
I think for the 60 minutes, it wouldn't be
And
that
it
big of a
needs,
problem.
well, I think what it needs, I think it's wonderful to try to have it here, but I think a long time ago, you guys should have worked something out with having it at the high school, because you've got a big lot up there. I think it's dangerous here. You have to have 4 sheriffs. Who's gonna police down there where the Big Apple is in 122? You can put all the signs in the world up down there. You've gotta slow that traffic down. And who's gonna do it? You know, you'd have to have an army down there to do it. I'm not against what you're trying to do, but the thing is, I don't think that this right here, this footprint right here, is a place to do a mass gathering. I really don't think it.
Should we not have a mass gathering for the Christmas in Poland event in
I
general,
remember
or
in
just the
I remember in
parade?
'82, I think it was '81 or '82, they had that Grateful Dead concert up to Oxford Plains Speedway. You couldn't even move in this town. There wasn't anything left in the stores. I mean, they just cleaned everything right out. It was just a mess at Five Corners. Nobody knew where they were going. There was no traffic light. It was just cars everywhere. And
I think because it's not this year, and we have a whole year to plan it, I mean, I think the best thing would do is for them to get in touch with the traffic engineer and move forward that way and see what they say. They know the roads better than we do, and then come back to us when they have some more information about, you know, the data and where they think safe routes would maybe, because the traffic engineer would help them figure out what safe routes would be for the traffic that comes through here, and if it's, you know, okay, I mean.
I think it's very doable. I mean, I think if Oxford's able to pull it off with that long of a distance for that long of a period of time, I think it's definitely doable, along with Mechanic Falls. I mean, that's also a long parade that goes on for a while, so.
And I commend the amount of work, the
Yes.
preparation work that you've done. I'm
Oh, it's
just
not
very,
done.
very amazed.
Oh, it's not done. It's not done.
But I am exceedingly impressed with the amount of preparation that you've done, so,
So I
yeah.
think what we should do is let you finish the presentation.
Yes.
And then answer questions, stuff like that. So sorry for.
No, that's
thanks.
okay.
No.
Yeah,
So the other part of the standards of issuance that I said would be addressed are police protection and fire protection. So I also found the Poland Fire and Rescue Department ordinance, and one of their parts of Article 400 membership is that they are responsible for other services as may be required to provide for public safety. So we were hoping that we could call on them to help with detours and whatnot. From the Amsterdam County Sheriff Department office, the Public Safety Division is made up of 4 detectives, 21 full-time patrol deputies, 4 of which are assigned specifically to Poland, and 2 school resource officers. We already pay to have Bernie, the RSU 16 resource officer here, and where it's a Saturday, we don't know if the resource officer from 52 would be available to hire to come, and we don't know, can we hire the detectives? Can we hire some of the 21 full-time patrol deputies that aren't working that day? Like, what are, you know what I mean? We're still kind of feeling that all out.
So I would say no to the detectives, and anything that's outside their shift is overtime.
Right.
So they can decide that. I mean, I don't know what the cost of the town would be on that, but.
Yeah, some towns have ordinances where certain roads, especially busier roads, require police detail, and you can actually hire, police detail by the hour.
Yeah, we hire.
usually,
Yeah,
so-
we hire because we have more than just Bernie. We have
Right.
2 or 3 that work our event anyways. But obviously, for all of the detours that would be needed,
Yeah.
we would
Right.
need to hire more.
Bernie has a group that she works with. It's like training.
Explorers or
The
something.
Yeah,
I can't think of.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
so they help out a lot with the
On that
event.
note, that's a great idea. You might want to check on our LRTC program, because they also volunteer as well.
I didn't know because one of the things from the road closure pamphlet was that they have to be trained personnel. So I didn't know if they would be considered trained personnel.
Some
Right.
think, my son went through that as well, Dylan Moran did, but I know they help out in events, like when there's local gun shows, stuff like that, they're there as well, so, I mean.
That's great information for
Yeah.
us to have
Yeah,
even in
my
general.
understanding is if you are working on the roadside, Department of Labor has some law, like you have to be at least 18.
Okay.
And there is a flagger certification. So if you're directing traffic,
Right.
it's a $90 course. You can get flagger certified, and it's recognized
That's right.
by ATSSA.
And wasn't there something about volunteer
Yeah.
firefighters?
Oh. If it's, we weren't sure where it's the Tri-Town, and I think Minot is a volunteer fire department, if we could ask them to volunteer their time, or if Poland helps us run it, can Minot cover? I know sometimes if there's like a big, huge event, other departments will cover for each other kind of thing.
So, yeah, mutual aid.
Right.
I'm not going to ever speak for the chief of the department. I was on the department for almost 15 years. And just keep in mind that they only staff 4 people there during the day. So if you kind of have to be very cognizant of your resources for emergency events, and
Right.
if you've committed people to traffic or equipment to traffic, you're delaying response to emergencies.
Right.
So that's the only thing that I would say for that. And
Yes.
then absolutely contact the chief of the department for sure.
Yes.
Doesn't Poland Spring have fire department up there while they're hosting their big stuff? I mean, there's a fire engine up there along with the
Yeah.
ambulance.
Cold
and
Spring,
stuff.
resort.
Right.
Oh, like at the resort?
Yeah, they bring like extra
So-
guys will come in.
But that's a completely different thing, because the Poland Spring Resort, that's a fundraiser for the Poland Fire Rescue Station.
Yeah.
So the association so you'll have dozens,
Yeah.
hopefully, of personnel there that do not include the on duty,
Okay.
the on-duty duty.
right.
But they are there as well.
Yeah.
But yes, but no,
Yeah,
you're
because
not relying on.
PCS has had a fire truck almost every year, like their trunk or treat.
Correct.
Yeah.
So I don't, and like an ambulance and all of that, so I don't know if we could.
But we always had to make sure they were in a spot where they could leave the event.
Yeah.
Whereas if we need them for
Give
road
it out.
closures, they have to stay, so it's a good point to.
Yeah, and I think that was one of the parts somewhere was to account for what to do in case of an emergency if you are using,
Close during the
Right.
road closure.
yes. I don't, is that? That's it? Okay, now that's it.
The end. No.
The end, yes. So we wanted to,
I think you've done a great job, and
Yeah.
you've got a year to
That was
iron
amazing.
out the wrinkles,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
think you guys are well on the way.
we wanted to start the conversation, kind of have an open discussion,
And we respect how big of a closure it is, especially as we sat down and thought about, you know, we initially thought, well, Brown Road to Pullen Corner, but then it was like it's impacting two routes and it doesn't allow one of them to operate while the parade starts slowly moving down. So we've kind of thought about that. We've thought about reaching out to the sheriffs as well and talking with them to get some border, like baseline ideas of routes before we talk to engineers, but maybe we should start with engineers, so. But we respect how big of a project it is, and that's why we wanted to give ourselves the time to work it all out, but.
Absolutely.
but
Yeah,
we
I don't
appreciate it.
think it's, so if you think about the logistics of it, so you have the cutoff coming south, coming north, coming from Oxford down, I mean, you can cut off at the four corners, split that way for a detour. If you're coming this way, you can split off, so I mean, you have an out, emergency vehicles have an out, cars have an out, it's just the communication, like you said, with the signage
Right.
ahead of time.
Yeah,
I
And
mean,
the
other
staff
towns are doing
doing
it, I mean,
And
come on.
Actually
that's
close it
something
down.
that we want to add in general. That was some of the feedback that we got from Bernie without the parade, with just the event that we're having,
Right.
just to let traffic know, like, hey,
Yes.
there's an event
Right.
ahead.
yeah.
Traffic will be slowing down, or
Yeah.
there may be some delays. So that's something that I've already talked with Scott about researching on getting the digital signs for,
Yeah,
just so we can kind of cover.
Yeah,
all the
because,
angles.
you know, they stop traffic during our event to let people cross the street.
Right.
And, you know, there's I think they have the school sign
Yeah.
flashing just to slow people down, just because there's a
yeah,
lot happening right here
yeah.
during our event.
So, I mean, this isn't you just gotta work the logistics, some of the finer details. Listen, we block off the road for, you know, the bicycle, the
Oh, the trek across. the
trek
thing.
across. I mean, we do all that here through Poland. We manage it. It's all in the timing though, right? It's in the-
Yes.
So that's, I think that's really it, is the time of day. And so, yeah, you guys,
And that
like Jackson
works
said, you guys got a year. This is great presentation, all the detail, like you said, done. It's just fine tuning it a little bit, but,
Is
I
there-
mean, Jimmy's concerns are obviously valid.
Absolutely.
But I mean, other towns are doing it, right? You just did
Well, the
mechanic
thing
calls
is,
and everything.
when you look at these other towns, when you come into public safety, we are a full-time, and Lisa can validate that, we are a full-time fire rescue.
Right.
Mechanic Falls, Oxford, and New Gloucester are all volunteer.
New Gloucester's
And they
not volunteer.
depend
No,
on,
Gloucester's not.
New Gloucester's not now?
No.
They went full-time? I didn't
I
know
don't
that.
think Oxford
Yeah, I think Oxford is.
Oxford.
I think South Paris maybe.
Nope.
volunteer.
Nope.
No?
They're
Yep.
full-time as
But
well.
the thing is, we've got a
So
contract
there.
with the town of Mechanic Falls, and when that rescue goes out, they gotta be able to get there, and if they can't, then they call United.
Not
And the
necessarily.
United is a long ways off now, because they're not in Auburn.
So you
They're
did it.
based on East Avenue in Lewiston now.
So you did it in Mechanic Falls already, successfully.
Twice.
Other towns have done it successfully.
And in Mechanic Falls, we organized and planned that whole
Right.
parade. It wasn't like, we just asked them, we were like, hey, we can't have a parade here, can we have a parade in your town?
Right.
And they were like, sure. And so they let us do it for 2 years, and then last year they kind of wanted to like have their town back. And so that's when we went to Oxford, the Oxford Hills Parade, and that, we were just a part of that. We didn't have any part in organizing that, but we did watch like how they closed everything down. We're like looking closely, and It
was
is,
like
it
a-
was an entire town, like, hands-on, like,
Right.
they had
Yeah.
volunteered people, like, the
Well,
fire
it was a
department
rolling
and-
closure, so like once the parade got past
Right.
a road, they'd reopen it, you know what I mean? And once they got past like the intersection by the high school, they would reopen that.
Yeah.
Like, so,
I think, I mean, to make this simpler and not to beat the horse, I think once you talk to the police, they know what they're doing. You just present it, in the fire and rescue, and I'm sure that it won't be anything for them to, they do it when there's an accident, and that happens like that, right?
right.
So. they
And we're not
figure-
looking to close down for,
No, it's a
No,
real
it's
short,
like-
it's a short
yeah.
route. I mean, the
Literally, I
Mechanic
think
Falls
like a
ones
half an
was,
hour.
wasn't that one a lot longer, you said, Mechanic
yeah, that
Falls?
was from, the town office all the way to the funeral home.
Yeah, that's,
And that was like, we had we hadn't ironed out our wrinkles, so we had like floats and walkers, and it was a mix, so there was some big gaps, so it, we got it under control the next
sure
year,
the
but it
Village
was.
Pizzeria loved it.
Yeah.
I'm sure they were, come on in.
It was
Yeah, that's what
amazing
we're
to
hoping.
see the amount
Yeah.
of traffic, like,
Yeah,
when we turned that corner and to just like see downtown Mechanic Falls, the streets covered on both sides, it was really amazing to
Yeah.
see that, hey, we did this. And they were willing to work with us, so
Good.
we really are hoping that we can,
They've done that for years, though.
yeah, they said that they had
Mechanic
a
Falls
plan.
had parades. We had them here. They're going back, we had events right over here at the school. But you know how big the town was back then in the 50s? About 2,500 people here. That's all lived in the town of Poland. There wasn't much traffic coming up through here. Not much traffic at all. Now we're pushing over 6,000 people here now. And with the traffic coming up through here, and what's really pushed it is a casino.
Yeah.
And you're coming up now, and once they snow up in the mountains, you're gonna get the ski traffic up through here too. And
Yeah,
it
that
is
was
very
one
bad.
of the reasons she did the fair traffic,
Yeah.
was
Right.
to try and get some of that heavy flow.
But everybody, where I live up on the hill, I'll tell you, everybody that was coming out of Freiburg, they knew just how to, they were using White Oak Hill Road from 11. I sat up there 20 minutes was trying to get out of my road, and I live on a dead-end road.
I bet GPS has not helped that issue in a way. I bet like
Right,
GPS is
showing all
probably
the
sending
little-
people down Brown Road more than anybody ever used to
And
go
we had
down it.
tra-
You know, we used
we-
to go to Five Corners and go
And
around.
I noticed when you guys had the event last year, there were tractor trailers getting off on Rang Hill and trying to come down over through the bridge, just because they didn't want to wait. And them roads ain't built for that.
No.
Right, right.
So somebody that needs to be addressed, it really is.
Yeah,
We'll
so,
be able to flesh that out
Yeah.
and determining where the best detour route is
Yeah.
and all of that.
yeah, we wanted to start here because as part of the road closure pamphlet, it says that the closure plan has to be approved by the municipality, including council, selectman, manager, administrator. So
yeah.
another T to cross and a dot and we kind of wanted to
Yeah.
start here before we branched out and talked to everybody else.
How did you people convince the RSU 16 that you could use the school?
I worked for RSU 16 for 7 years.
I know,
and
but
it-
I know Scott tried to have a lot of events up there at their school
at the
with rec there, and
elementary
they
school?
told him if they're gonna use school grounds for any kind of rec event, then the rec had to provide liability insurance to be on school grounds.
So Christmas in Poland is kind of under the umbrella of the rec department, so we already are providing.
So everybody in the rec department is covered by the town of Poland liability insurance. Is that correct, Matt?
I don't know.
I have to check.
Because I think it is. If somebody got hurt on town of Poland property, I think the town of Poland is liable.
So we, I just know in the past from using the building, you fill out a building use request form.
And
so-
Scott does that
And
for us.
Scott does all of that for us. The craft fair is happening that day at PCS, which Project Grad fills out the
So the
building
school's
use
already
form.
open?
Yeah, the school's already open. The we use it for parking.
I know when we owned the schools here, when Poland did, and they owned the high school, we were allowed to have all kinds of events. We had suppers here, we had suppers in the town hall. They won't let anybody do that anymore. But, long as rec here is involved in there, that's part of the school, I guess. Things have changed.
Yeah.
So what is it that you need from us tonight?
We just wanted to start the conversation, put the bug in your ear, and kind of.
Give
We
us,
appreciate that.
give us
Yes.
that and like, when is the next step? Like, when's the next step for us to
Right.
like research and like go forward with the,
Traffic engineer,
Yeah.
contacting the.
We didn't want to get too far ahead if it wasn't gonna be supported by the town.
I mean,
No,
there was
we
already a
touched
great
upon
deal
that.
of-
Yeah.
So, I mean, you touch upon everything that would go into planning the parade. So I mean, I think you guys did exactly what, I mean, we know now ahead of time what to look forward to when you come back, to say, hey, this is what, hey, listen, you might find it, some roadblocks along the way, maybe, but I appreciate it. I think you guys did a great job, so.
I think you
Yeah.
have so much, you're giving so much advance notice that it can enable law enforcement, right,
Yeah.
or fire to plan ahead for those resources.
Or to brainstorm how we could,
Right,
like,
Exactly.
yeah.
And I just think that the event brings so much to the community anyway.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I just think it's a lovely, lovely, lovely community event, so I thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think it's a fine thing, but I'm looking at the safety side of it.
Right.
I mean, you've
No,
got a
100%,
heck of
yeah.
a lot of traffic, and if you can't slow it down on this end, you're gonna have one heck of a pile up.
Yeah, I think in the 4 year, well, in the 3 years, the only, to my knowledge, there was one, it was after the tree lighting, I don't know if it was year 2.
It was year 2. There wasn't lights.
Yes,
There's no street lights.
There's no street lights, and so people were trying to cross, and a motorcycle, he had just purchased the motorcycle, and his buddy brought him to get it, and
Rear-ended.
was driving the truck behind him, and the motorcycle stopped to let the people cross, and his buddy ran into the bathroom. Everybody was totally fine, but that was really the only, I can't think of any.
It was him not paying attention.
Right, exactly. It had nothing
Own
really
fault.
to do.
Yeah.
Yes,
No.
yeah,
They were on the crosswalk that's not lit,
Yeah.
so
Right.
it's,
yeah.
yeah,
And
we don't have
The event,
access to
I mean, draws in a huge crowd. I mean, there's so
Yes.
many people coming, going back and forth, and
Right.
I mean, I
Yeah.
remember Bernie and her crew
Yes.
really helping out with that.
It seemed very well laid out last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was smooth. Their traffic didn't have to wait too much. And
Yeah.
Signage does make a big thing
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, and Bernie mentioned that.
And that, yeah.
If it wasn't for Mary Beth, these walk signs wouldn't be out here, because the school didn't wanna do nothing about the crossing there where the kids came from school for after hours over here. And there used to be a sheriff out here that made sure the kids got across the street.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they're tied up with the high school now, so you
Yeah.
don't see anybody down here. I guess they do put a thing in the middle of the road there, slow down, and they get the school lights flashing and stuff.
Yeah. You very may
This
likely have
signage
to
is
rent
gonna make
signage.
And that's,
Yeah,
Big
that's
thing.
what,
yes, yeah, that was, I think you can rent it through the DOT.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's something I've been working on. I told the board about it last meeting. I've contacted a fella, he's supposed to come and talk about speed limit signs and signage here. I really think that we need to slow the traffic down on these secondary roads, because
Yeah,
they're driving too fast on them.
And maybe if we find that there are certain roads like Rang Hill
We got
or
people,
White
we got
Oak,
people walking
post
on
them for
White
the
Oak Hill
weight,
Road.
if they're not
There
already.
were 2 or 3 people walking the other night in dark clothing, and I came up over the hill. If I hadn't had my lights up on, my fog lights on, I would never saw them.
mm-hmm,
And sometimes they walk on the wrong side of the road, you can't see them. I don't wanna kill anybody,
right, I don't
Yeah.
know,
and there's not much lighting anywhere.
yes.
The
That
roads are
is-
very, very dark.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you so much for coming.
Yes, thank you,
for having
thank you
us
for
here.
listening, and thank you for,
yes,
yes.
Great
being
presentation.
open-minded.
And let us
Yes.
know if you have any questions while we continue to do our research, we'll be in touch.
Yeah,
Just
you
keep
guys-
adding the food trucks.
We have 7 coming this year.
You did not mention that in your presentation.
Well, I can list them all for you.
The tree lighting.
Do you
With
want
food
the
trucks.
presentation from last year?
That's right, I remember that.
How much time do you have?
I went right to the food truck.
We do have a
They'll
new
be
one.
back.
Oh,
Yeah.
there is a
It's
new one.
Rolling in the dough, and it's a pizza food truck.
Oh, really?
nice.
Oh,
Yes, we have pizza,
I like the grilled
barbecue,
cheese one.
grilled cheese. Yes,
Bag.
they are coming.
LA Taco, right?
No, we don't have
Oh,
have
she
a
didn't-
taco.
really?
No, we didn't. We never heard from her.
No?
Yeah. We do have one guy that's coming. He's doing cotton candy, candy apples, hot dogs, burgers. So we kind of cover it all.
Wonderful.
That's awesome.
Yes.
All right.
All right. Have a good night. Thank you.
You too.
All right, manager reports?
Okay, the manager report for 7 October. Babcock Executive Committee, we reviewed and approved the proposed budget. The Auburn Lewiston Airport attended a groundbreaking ceremony for new hangars and taxiways. Pardon me. Transfer station, we did some soil testing for some foundation footings. Culverts replaced by Public Works on Waste Nut Drive. Upcoming work includes laying the foundation work for the metal building, which started today, and paving. The construction of the metal building will occur mid to late October, but that whole project is moving along and pretty happy with it. Maine Waste Energy, we discussed staff reorganization once the new executive director is in place. And Heritage Day, Fire Rescue sold burgers and hot dogs. Parks and Recreation hosted bouncy castles and games. They had about 12 to 1,500 people there. It was a great weather and a great day. Pardon me. The other thing I want to mention is the transfer station. We're going to have a different trash disposal lash up for Friday. As a result of the foundation work, we need to just stay off part of that. So we'll just have a box that'll be available. People can throw trash in. We'll be open business as normal Saturday, once it has time to cure. And depending on any questions, that's the manager report.
Matt, I know I've seen you up there. Are you the one that is coordinating the parking lot and everything over there, or is
At where?
up at the transfer station, like rerouting and all that? Is that you that does that, or who's been
Well,
doing
it's
that?
Marvin.
Is Marvin doing that?
Where people are going,
Yeah. I know, I'm just saying, it's a pretty good job, because I saw you up there that one day, so I thought you were coordinating that as well.
No, Marvin does a great job
Okay.
getting that sorted out.
Yeah, he's doing a good job up there.
The new taxiways and stuff at the airport, is that to add in bigger airplanes? Is that what they're hoping to do, or?
No, that is just going to be a general aviation airport. General aviation is, single, twin-engine
Yeah.
planes. They do have quite a few jets that go through there,
Yeah.
believe it or not. But the plan is to build the taxiway, pre-permit where hangars can go, so that people can then come in and say, I will build a hangar here.
Yeah.
They've already got the taxiway, and the FAA pays for the vast majority of that taxiway. So the airport director there is doing a pretty good job getting that sorted out.
That's awesome.
The only thing that I would add is on Heritage Day, if you happen to see Togo the sled dog walking around, you might have recognized her.
Were you dressed up as?
I was Togo the
Oh.
sled dog, yes, I was.
Local celeb.
I only made
Yeah.
one child cry, so it was a good day.
And I tried to give her a bone, but she wouldn't take it.
Alrighty. Thank you, Matt.
Sure.
Now on to financials.
Financial report, about 26.92% through the year. On revenue, look at motor vehicle excise, we're above the glide slope there at 31%, which is a good thing. The expense report, if you look at the expense summary sheet, we're doing pretty good here. We're not, areas that are high, like beach maintenance. Why is it high at 72%? Because we do the beach maintenance during the summer. You know, we, social service agencies, that's 100, that's all our charitable contributions. See, law enforcement and dispatching, that's timing of, and animal control, it's the timing of contract payments primarily. And other than that, we're moving along, no issues with finances. And pending any questions, that's the financial report.
Thank you. I'll take a motion to accept the financial report.
Yeah, I'd like to make a motion to accept the financial report as is.
Second?
Quick question. I should have noticed this before. Emergency management, $6,000. What is that line item for?
That is goes to our fire rescue chief, who is our emergency management manager.
Yep.
And I would tell you the town gets our money's worth out of that.
No question.
Well, it's a good thing to bring up. Fire rescue chief's pretty active in that area and represents the town. We were really punching above our weight in the county arena. He sits on a number of boards, one of which is a board that administers grants, so that when he is applying for grants, he knows what he's doing and has the gravitas for it. I believe, he may think otherwise, but I believe that plays a big role in the grants that he's able to obtain for the town.
Thank you. Jamie Walker.
Yes.
John DeSantis.
Yes.
Mary Ann Hawks.
Yes.
Lisa Albee.
Yes.
Jackson Learn.
Yes.
With a vote of 5-0, you have approved the financial reports as presented.
Thank you. Next is the senior tax assistance program.
Okay, so this is our local senior tax, property tax assistance ordinance that we have, that the town passed. This is now in the, I'm gonna get this wrong, either the 4th or 5th year. I can't remember off the top of my head, sorry, that we've done it. This is the largest return we've had to people who meet the qualifications. We had 50 applicants this year, which is a little less than we had last year, but we did pay out more this year. Of those, 45 received a total rebate of $28,890. Checks were mailed on September 22nd, 2025 with a letter stating that they qualified for it due to what the ordinance says. This fiscal year, the total rebated was $13,890 more than last year's rebates, and everyone who applied received the full rebate due to them. So we had enough money in the fund where they got 100%, which is what our ordinance states, unless we don't have enough money in the fund. So we did have enough money in the fund. They got 100% of what they were allowed to get back. And I think that really helped a couple of them that I talked to make it a little easier on them.
Nice.
How's that fund looking?
It's replenished every year. During budget season, there's a number that's put forward. It started off at 15,000, and last year we upped it to 30,000 because the state increased the guidelines on their end of who qualified, and so in order to match what we have in our ordinance, we upped ours to 30,000 because we ran out last year. We actually should have given like 16,000 out, and we were only able to give the 15,000 because that's all we have.
Yeah.
So this year we had enough money, we were able to fund it fully and give those seniors back the money.
Excellent.
And then whatever's left over just carries into the next
It
year.
carries into next year, so if we want to ask for 30,000 next year, we would ask for the 28,890 instead to bring it back to the 30,000.
What was the deadline for this if folks wanted to apply for this, or can?
August 30th.
August 30th?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, and it's, the application's available. The girls here have a ton of them up front that they hand out to almost every senior that comes in during that time frame. If they applied last year, they automatically get one in the mail from me when I make them up in June. They get one mailed to them, so.
Awesome.
Thank you very much for doing
Definition of senior, what age is that? That people qualify?
And I'm gonna get this so wrong, and so I'm gonna have to get back to you on that. I believe it's 70 for our ordinance, but I have to get back to you
Okay.
because it was written 5 years ago, so the exact number I can't remember. And they have to have lived and had a homestead here in Poland for 10 years.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Historical Society proclamation.
Yeah, this is something the Jack is trying to do for the Historical Society. They're going to have an event here at the Historical Society this Saturday from 10 to 3. If folks want to go to that. And what their plan is to present this proclamation to this gentleman. I don't want to be too public because it's kind of supposed to be a surprise. But he's been very active in the society, and they hope to recognize his long service through this proclamation.
Excellent.
Do we need a motion for that?
Yes, please.
Okay, so I say we make a motion honoring this gentleman, this proclamation as written, adopted by the Poland, not by us.
I second it.
Jim Walker.
Yes.
John DeSantis.
Yes.
Marianne Hawks.
Yes.
Lisa Albee.
Yes.
Jackson Learn.
Yes.
With a vote 5-0, you have approved signing the Historical Society proclamation as presented.
30 years already.
Mhm.
It's a long time.
All right, and then there's discussion on the fee schedule. Can we just set a public
Yeah.
hearing for that?
If we can do it at the next meeting, we've identified a few areas that we're not charging the correct amount. Our fees went up, so we don't want to short the town. And we've got departments looking at their particular areas and would like to present a revised fee schedule at the October 21st Select Board meeting.
So I'll take a motion to set a public hearing for October 21st for the fee schedule.
So moved.
I'll second that.
Jim Walker.
Yes.
John DeSantis.
Yes.
Marianne Hawks.
Yes.
Lisa Albee.
Yes.
Jackson Learn.
Yes.
With a vote 5-0, you have set a public hearing for the fee schedule on October 21st at 7 p.m.
And then there's an excise tax abatement.
So in order for someone to get an abatement of a registration, they have to request it. They reach out to our tax collector first, our motor vehicle agent, who then asks the board, because it has to be approved by the board for any registration fee.
All right. So,
Do we need a motion to accept this, or?
yes.
I just need a little more explanation because I don't understand it.
Okay. So this was a registration when they do their big, when they do all their trucks. This vehicle was registered, and it should not have been
Gotcha.
registered at
Okay.
that time.
Okay.
And the person from CN Brown reached out and said, oh, we decided not to renew that one for that truck after
Okay.
all. So
Gotcha.
they had already
Oh,
paid
okay.
for it and stuff like
Okay.
that for their fleet
Yep.
before it was
Yep.
noticed.
All right, thank you. I appreciate that.
No problem.
All right, so we'll make a motion to have the reimbursement on the excise tax to CN Brown for $149.76. Is that good?
I'll second that.
Jim
Yes.
Walker.
Yes.
John DeSantis.
Yes.
Marianne Hawks.
Yes.
Lisa Albee.
Yes.
Jackson Learn.
Yes.
By a vote 5-0, you have approved refunding of $149.76 to CN Brown for a motor vehicle registration fee request.
Thank you. And then we have payables on page 43. I'll take a motion to
All right.
approve this.
We make a motion to authorize cash disbursement for fiscal year of 2026 totaling in $2,628,628,088.24.
I'll second that.
Second.
Jim Walker.
Yes.
John DeSantis.
Yes.
Marianne Hawks.
Yes.
Lisa Albee.
Yes.
Jackson Learn.
Yes.
With a vote 5-0, you have approved the payables in the amount of $2,628,088.24.
Any other business, Jim?
I'm good.
Public service announcement, could we, in lieu of all the stuff going on in the world, could we learn how to love one another as human beings and not segregate each other? And whatever we feel about someone else, we should never condone or like someone being murdered. I think that needs to stop. We need to be more responsible for what we say.
Next week, Wednesday at 9 a.m., select board members are welcome to meet with DOT and the CEDC to discuss some of the ideas around downtown planning. So, just wanted
There's
to-
also going to be a walk too, right? We're going to walk
Yes,
Yeah.
I think so.
It's at 9 a.m.
So 9 a.m.
Okay. Unfortunately, I won't be able to be there.
You can do it.
I have a full-time job, sweetheart. I can't do that.
Hey, you got protected time? No.
That's all that I have for now.
I do not have anything.
Nope, I think what you said, John, is perfect. I think that was great. But no, I don't have anything else.
Nothing for me, thanks.
I'm all good.
Anyone like to make a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second. Yes.
Jim Walker, John DeSantis,
Yes.
Mary Ann Hawk,
Yes.
Lisa Alvey,
Yes.
Jackson Leonard.
Yes.
With a vote 5-0, you have adjourned the meeting. Have a great night, everyone. You guys